Hey guys, Emily. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. And today, I just want to apologize for not posting last week. I basically had this whole video made and I was editing it, and I realized I completely forgot like 2 whole parts, which I'll go into when I talk about the video. So like, I'm sorry, but I'm on the back. But yeah, so today I'm just gonna do all the movies I had, and I'm just gonna rate them and basically like, you know, from like, I think like the highest is a 6.5, and like the lowest is a 6.5, and the highest is a 10. So of course we're doing those. I'm putting where you can stream these at, and we'll just do all of that fun stuff. So social media is right here, and let's just get started. So the first we have is A Quiet Place, and this one I gave a 6.5 out of 10. So basically, we have these people, and they can't talk because they're these monsters, and basically, like, if they hear you, they will kill you. So it's kind of like the movie The Silence, which I'm pretty sure is on Netflix. But that deals with a deaf girl, and I think everyone knows it perfectly fine. But it also is, it's okay. I expected it to be better. And it's a little bit harder just because they can't talk, so you're kind of like reading their screen the entire time. And of course, I didn't like that just because a lot of times the movies, I don't watch movies that are in a foreign language, and I watch more dubbed movies because I don't want to read the screen the entire time. But it was okay. It has Emily Blunt in it. I'm still waiting to watch the second one because that one I think will be better, but who knows. But yeah. So then we have Insurgent, which I give that a 7 out of 10. And it's the second movie in the Divergent series. And this one is okay. So, but basically, this is like kind of like right after the whole Divergent thing happened. Guys, no, I guess you guys don't care. Can we talk about how this side is curlier than this side? Like, I've curled this side at least 4 or 5 times today, and it looks nothing like this. And tell you guys, I just brushed this out for being wavy like yesterday. And it's like, it's really getting on my nose. But like, I can't have my hair like that because it bugs me. So it's just like, my gosh. But yeah, so we have Insurgent. And of course it like follows like Tess and Fuller and all those people. And then basically what happens is, there was like a little boxing that the bad lady wants, and basically she needs Divergent, and like, so she wants to find Tess. Like, she's not the only Divergent, but like, she doesn't really want to work, so it's just, I don't know. Tess is kind of a lot like self-centered in this. Like, there's just one part where she always easily had to tell the truth and she wouldn't, just because, I don't remember, it's just, she just seems a lot more self-centered. And then with X-Men, I like it, this one, it's just sweet off like the mutants, and you know, introduces them. I think it's cool. And then we have Barbie and the Secret Door. This one I didn't like, but it was like okay. It is a musical, and it's like, I feel like that one was like one of the Barbie movies aren't as good as they used to be. But it's okay. We have Princess Alexa, and basically like, she's like a princess, but she just like doesn't like talking in front of big crowds, and all she wants to do is sit in bed and read all day. And then she reads this book called The Secret Door or something like that. And she ends up going like to like a secret door and then goes to like this different place. And then she meets like a mermaid and a fairy, but like they lost their wings and their tails and everything. Because Malusha wants to take all their powers because she doesn't have any. And she's like a princess, so she has powers too. So she has to try and defeat them. I think it's okay. I feel like the end song, like the last song, is like my favorite song. Like other than that, it was okay. And then we have Divergent, and this is the first movie in Divergent series, which I liked it a lot better. Like, I expected to like it as much as I did with The Hunger Games, which I didn't. But basically, it's like these rankings, kind of like with The Hunger Games, but like you get to choose them, but like you can either always tell the truth, you're super smart, you can be, I forgot the other one that she's in, and like you have like this one job and you do it your entire life, but then she fits into all the categories, so like that kind of makes her a hit. I don't know. I think it's really cool. I like it. I'm in love with Fuller. It's so good. Tess has long hair, and I think the only time she actually looks pretty, like no offense. But yeah. And then we have Allegiant, that is the last one, and this is like after they kind of like took back the place they live in. and they're trying to figure out like a new way to govern it. But then they want to figure out what's behind the wall. So of course Tess and Ford and like all those friends go, and it's just, again, she's so like selfish, and like in the first one she was so like not selfish, and then she just kept getting more like selfish. But I did like it more than I thought I would, so that's good. But I think it did tie up all the movies really well. And then we have The Purge, which this one is the least of my my least favorite, just because I'm not a big fan of home invasion movies, and that's what this one kind of is. Because like, so basically, you know, it's like The Purge, and they have like this big security because like, he works for the security or whatever, so it's supposed to work, and then one of the boys lets someone in. So like all the other rich people kind of get mad and are like, you're declining our right to purge. If you do not let these people out, we are going to blow up your house and come in. And then, you know, it kind of made me mad a little bit, like, you're over here saying that this is so good and that people can't get in, but these people are able to get in. So it's, you know, but then, I don't know, I thought it was really good. You kind of understood, like, both sides. Like, you should keep him because it's, like, the right, like, moral thing to do. But at the same time, you do have to keep your kids safe. And you shouldn't let these people, I don't know. It was okay. And if you've watched Vane Adeline, I think that's her name, who plays Mary Queen of Scots, she's in it. I really liked her. And then we have Spider-Man, the one with Tobey Maguire. I 100% love him. I think he is like my favorite Spider-Man. So, I don't know, like, it's Spider-Man. Like, I feel like everyone knows what Spider-Man is. I don't like the whole Uncle Ben storyline. It makes me cry. Like, I cry almost every time I see it. And I feel like he is the best Spider-Man, but it definitely has the worst MJ. Like, what is her name? I forgot her name. Gwen Stacy. I liked her because I just started watching the Amazing Spider-Man because I bought them. And then I liked MJ in the newer ones. So just this one I just didn't like as much. But I also love Tobey Maguire. He's my man. And then we have Wrong Turn 2, Dead End. This one, I'm gonna have to guess for some. No, I'm not gonna say it's like my least favorite of my Wrong Turn movies, but if you guys want to see like how Wrong Turn movies ranked, I don't think I have the newest one in there. It is in one of my other videos. I can put the link down, or you can just look at my ranking videos. I think it's on that playlist. But you know, I like this one because it was kind of like a reality TV show, like a survival of the fittest one. It's basically because all these people have to try and survive like the wilderness for 7 days, and they're on like this, and answer like these like simple tasks, and if like they like quote unquote die with like the tasks, they don't finish their task in time. So I thought it was really cool. And then I like the guy who was in the army and him in it. The one dude, the guy who had the sports injury, I really liked him. It's just when it starts showing nude scenes, so that's like does get annoying because like it's not really that important, but it's okay. Bratz Girls really rock, and this one is good. It's a musical. I think it's like the only Bratz musical. I did think it would be a lot better than it was, but basically the Bratz Girls is on vacation and they go to like this musical camp, you know, to do music because they love music, and then like Jade will do like fashion, Chloe does acting, I think Yasmin does singing, and then Sasha does dancing, and then they meet a girl, and it's really cool, and then oh my gosh, I thought it would be better than it was, but I did really enjoy it. And then we have Saw 2. This one, I think it is one of my most rewatched Saw movies ever, with Jigsaw and then Spiral. But it is like the second one. I do like it because you get like more of like the games that are like in like the bathroom or whatever. But like I like the traps. The one girl who puts her hand in instead of reading the card kind of makes me mad. And like the twist at the end is kind of annoying. But you know, I feel like every Saw movie has a twist. So you know, like I won't be spoiling it saying it's a twist because like everyone has a twist. But yeah, I really liked it. I like the whole aspect of seeing them in like the house, and then trying to see like the police trying to figure out where the house is, talking to John Kramer, and it was really sad watching. I forgot his name. I'm sorry. I think it's Matthews. I think it's Detective Matthews, but I think that's the other one in Saw 3. But seeing him like beat up like John Kramer made me sad. And then I have Tinkerbell. This one is on Disney Plus, and it's really Tinkerbell. Like I don't see why I would have to explain it. Like I feel like everyone knows Tinkerbell. And then we have Rise of the Guardians. This one is on Netflix, and I like this one. It has Sandman, it has Tooth Fairy, it has Santa, it has the Easter Bunny, and it has Jack Frost. And you know, like it has like all of them because they're like, you know, like a holiday people or whatever. And then the pitch basically like how like does like a nightmares, tries to take over and make the kids stop believing in them, and if they stop believing in them, like they lose their powers. It's really good. It is kind of sad, and then Jack Frost's like story of how he became Jack Frost is really sad, but I do think it's a cute movie. And then we have Saw 3. This one I liked too. I feel like 2, 3, and Jigsaw I like the most because I'm like, that's what I do. I'd watch. I don't know. No, I think I just put them on sometimes. I don't know. But basically, we have this one, and basically, it is like the aftermath of when John was with, like in the like after he was beat up by the detective or whatever. So then he gets this nurse, well Amanda does, and then she basically is told you have to save John, and then she gets like this collar on, so like if he dies, she dies too, type of thing. And then we also have this other thing with this man and his son killed. I think it was in a hit and run, and of course like they didn't get justice for it, and he's still kind of like not over it. So he has to go like this obstacle course with like other people who like were involved with it, and had to like kind of like let go. So it is kind of sad when like a dead child, you know, like grieving. So I did like it. And then the Purge Anarchy. This one is good. It has. Never mind. So say it has someone, but then that. So basically, we have the Purge. Instead of like being like a home invasion, we get like outside, because all these people, and then like something happens, so they have to go outside, and they team up with like this ex-police officer who is going like on his purge night or whatever, but he ends up saving them. So I really liked that. I liked all like the different people and everything, and it was really good. And we have the Forever Purge. This one's really good. I was expecting it to be, I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting this, if it makes like any sense. Like, you know, like you don't know what you were expecting, but like what you get is nothing that like you would expect, even though you weren't expecting anything. That makes any sense. But like, I like the whole thing of like, because I always wonder like, people wouldn't stop after 12 hours, so it's like people wouldn't stop, it's actually happening, and like the whole world goes into chaos. So I really like that. And then like all like the costumes they had, like the bunny costumes were really scary. And it does do a lot of immigration and like controversy of that. So not a lot of it, but a lot of it is in like a different language, which I thought it was kind of cool how it was like English and it was in Spanish. And then we have Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. This one I liked. I watched it so many times. Dwayne Johnson, Jack Black, Kevin Hart. I love all of them. The girl who plays Bethany. Like, I don't know, like, I really liked it. They actually go into the game this time, and it's just so funny. And then, like Bethany, a Conzo guy, so, like, watching, like, Jack Black, which I, like, act like a teenage girl is, like, the most funniest thing ever. And then I had the Purge election year. This one, was I going to say earlier, it brings back Leo. And if you watch Gossip Girl, Lily Vanderwoodson, she's in it, and basically it is like an election year, and this girl wants to become the president, and her idea is to shut down the Purge because of the fact that the Purge doesn't really help, because like all the poor people who can't like afford the guns or the security they need are kind of just like, they're kind of screwed, you know. So, and then she wants to get rid of it, but then the rich people are like, no, like, it's a human right, which makes no sense of how killing someone is a human right. Like, I understand the whole thing, like, saying that murder would go down, but I feel like they should have picked a better way and never wanted a murder. And it is really sickening. It's honestly really good. Like, it's a lot more gruesome than, like, the other ones I've watched. Well, then, Anarchy. And it's just, I liked it. Like, I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry. And then we have God's Not Dead, We the People. This one is the newest of God's Not Dead, and all the God's Not Deads are on PureFlix. When you look it up, it doesn't say PureFlix, but if you get the app, then it's on it. But it's God's Not Dead, and basically it's about like these homeschoolers, and basically they were talking about the study of the Bible, like one of those classes, and then they were talking about God, and they didn't like it. You can teach kids anything, any religion you want, but the moment you talk about Christianity, that's a problem. So of course we wanted to fight that, because like it's not like, because the kids wanted to be homeschooled and deal with like disabled kids not feeling in at school, and it's just like they're gonna take it away because of the system. So it wasn't even just that. I was like, if you let one thing get taken away from you, you're never gonna get it back, and it's just the beginning. So I really liked that message. And then go to like Washington, and Francesca Botticelli, I think that's her name, or like a Christian pop star, she's in it, and I really like her in it. And then it brings back a lot of the people from the first one that I really enjoy what they do. And it kind of finishes off one of the girls' stories, which her story is really sad because her dad kicked her out in the first one. So I really like that. And then we have my sub on. We have God's Not Dead 2. This one, if you watch Sabrina Spellman, not the one on Netflix, but like the other one, she is the main character, but like they were in history class and they were talking about something, and a kid asked a question, so she answered it, and and then like I didn't like it, but like it was a question about Jesus, or it related to the topic or whatever. But of course you can't talk about that in school, but you can talk about every other religion. But we're not going to get into that because so she ended up getting like her teacher license taken away or whatever, but she wanted to fight it because she was just answering a question, So I really liked that. And then I also liked how they brought in Lee Strobel, which he wrote the book The Case for Christ, and he was like a big, atheist, but then he went out to like prove that God or Jesus didn't exist, and he ended up becoming a big Christian. So I really liked how they brought him in. At the end, you have to wait like to the end, because it's kind of what like the horror movies do, but there is like a scene at the end which is really important leading up to the third movie. And then I have The Hunger Games. This one I really like because they're like with 12 districts, and basically every year a girl and a boy from ages I think 13 and 18 are chosen to fight and everything. So, like I think it's really cool. I didn't think I'd like it, like I don't know, like when I saw it I was like, oh, like okay. And then I just watched it and I'm like, I love it so much. I think I liked the first two movies, but like then when it gets to like the Mockingjay, I was just like, okay, because I like seeing the arenas and them fighting in the arenas. But yeah, so I really like that. I didn't even mind that it was like 2 hours long. Like I just love it. But like the Candace and Peter storyline, I feel like I'm not a big fan of it. Honestly, I just wasn't my style. Not that I ship her with Gail, I did until the fourth movie, but I just felt like it was forced. And then we have Escape Room 2019. There's like 1,000 movies. This one has to be my favorite. I just put it on one day just to put it on. I've loved it since. I think I watched it twice on Hulu, and then I went to go watch it again. I didn't see it, and I took it off Hulu. So I immediately bought the movie, and then I watched it the first time I got it. I think I've seen it like I want to say like five times. But it's really good. It's like these survivors in the survivor story, which are kind of sad, and like they're put into these rooms that kind of replicate like what they survived. I really liked that. It's just like I don't know. I loved all the different rooms and like all the creativity in it. But there was just one thing with like LSD, but I didn't like that scene. Like that scene kind of gives me a headache. And then I watched Escape Room Tournament of Champions. That is the second one. This one has all the everyone who has ever escaped escape room, which I like the plot, okay, but what I don't understand is how that many people were able to escape. Because I feel like Zoe and him escaping was never gonna happen again, But I like that. I wish we got to see the escape rooms, like at least like a flashback or something to the escape rooms they went to, and everything. And I like the girl who couldn't feel any pain. I really liked it. I did feel like, I understand it was like, I think it was like an hour and 20 minutes or something. There are two versions, which each version is like completely different, if that makes any sense. Like one version has something to do with like, one thing, and the second version, I think I like the extended version better, just because I like how it ends better, and like that we get to see the Game Master, and because of the first version, it just doesn't make any sense. I feel like I should make a whole video on it, talking about the different versions, but at the same time, it's been out for like a year. So if you guys can put in the comments if you guys care enough to want to hear my whole review on it. But I really liked that. And then I watched Spiral. That is the newest one of not Wrong Turn. Of the Saw. It is a very hit and miss movie. A lot of people don't like the comedy in it because it has Chris Rock in it. I really liked it. I feel like it had like enough sprinkled in at the right moments that it made it like fun, you know? So I really like that. I just like the whole idea of like bad cops, and I did think the traps were honestly really cool. And if you watch Riverdale, as you know, like everyone hates Riverdale, but come on, we can't talk about like it's a freaking guilty pleasure. But Hermione, who plays Veronica's mom, she plays in it. And then we have Samuel Jackson. I liked him in it. And then if you watch The Handmaid's Tale, I forget his name, but he was like the chauffeur of the main girl, and they got like together or whatever. So I liked him in it, and it was hard seeing him, but I really liked it. I feel like there's a lot of hit and miss with people, but I really liked it. And then we have Clueless. I've talked about it so many times on this channel. I feel like that's what I'm famously known for, because I saw it on Netflix. I loved it. I watched the movie. I love it. Like, it's like the best like kind of like rom-com like cheesy 90s film movie. It's so good. I feel like you have to watch it at least once in your lifetime. And if I ever get a boyfriend, like, we'll watch that together, bro. Then we have Legally Blonde. This one I'm pretty sure is on Netflix, so they haven't taken it off. But of course, I love this one. It has Elle Woods, and basically she wants to get her boyfriend back. So of course she goes to Harvard. So it has that, but then it also has like the case, which I thought was really cool. And it's just, I don't know, I really liked it. I'm not the biggest fan of the second one. It's not as good as the first one. I love the first one. I've watched it like so many times since I found out about it. I have Barbie: A Christmas Carol. If you've seen the Christmas Carol that's on Disney, it most likely resembles that, but with Barbie. So we have Eden, and she is like an opera singer or whatever. And then she has people working for her, and basically she tells them, like, if you don't show up on Christmas, you're not coming. Like, you're fired. And basically, like, they want to go see their families, and, like, you know. So then she gets visited by her aunt, and basically was like, why, and like present, future, past. I really liked that. And just story of her past. That one was honestly like really sad, but I really liked it. And then her little cat is so cute. And then we have Halloween Kills. This one is really good. I saw it in the theaters and I loved it. It's very controversial for the fireman scene, which, again, I'm going to just go to rant real quick. Okay, so, it's like a spoiler, but, like, one of the scenes, like, the very first scene, the house is burning, because it follows up from, like, the Halloween. And then firefighters come. And he, of course, brutally attacks the firefighters, and everyone's like, cut that scene out, that's offensive, which makes complete no sense. Like, it's Michael Myers. Like, he's going to kill anyone in his path. So, like, people get offended about that. And then they say he's homophobic because he kills the gay couple that are in his house. He will kill anyone in his path. He's not like, oh, you're gay, I'm not going to get you. I feel like that is more homophobic to not get someone because they're of what they are. So, like, that just made me so mad. But I just really liked it. I liked how they kind of, like, the whole town, like, teamed up to kill Michael. And then they finally get Michael's mask off. You can't really see his whole face, clearly, but, like, you can see it. And how it brings up people from, like, the original film. Laurie Strode isn't in it as much. I expected her to be in it more, just how, like, they marketed it. But I did really like it. And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I love this one. I'm pretty sure, I think it's on Paramount Plus. I watched it because of Megan Fox. But she doesn't look like a Megan Fox self. Like, in the second one, I'm pretty sure she does, because I saw clips of it. But, like, if you see her in Jennifer's Body, or, like, real life, like, she doesn't look like Megan Fox. But maybe they did that on purpose. But I feel like it's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like, you know. So I really like that. Like, I love the movie. I forgot how much I liked it. And then I have Barbie and the Diamond Castle. This one is about two girls, Alexa and Leanna, and they find like this magic mirror, and it has a girl named Melody in it. And basically we have Lydia, who wants to take all the magic in the world and have it all to herself, and they have to, like, the girls have to go and get the magic castle, the diamond castle, to try and like save the world or whatever. So I think it's really cute. Like, songs are amazing. This is like me and my cousin's favorite movie. We sing the songs like all the time. Then we have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I love this one. It's just, I love just the beginning of Harry Potter, and I love the like Augustine, and it's just, he's so young, and seeing him like all like so young, it's just, it's so cute or whatever. Like, I mean, it's Harry Potter, like, you know, like I feel like I love them, but I don't like how long they are, and I don't like watching movies that are like super long. So I don't watch them all the time, but when I do, I'm happy with what I've seen. And then we have Long Turn, the original, which I definitely love. It's like, it's my favorite. Like, the moment I first saw it, which I'm gonna say I was in 6th grade, I really liked it. It's just, well, like, I feel like it's a kind of like a cliche, like a normal movie. Like, people get trapped in a forest and it's like hillbilly inbred cannibals fighting you. But I feel like that was like the first hit movie I've ever seen like that. So I haven't seen a lot of movies before that. Like, I was just now like dipping my toes into horror movies. I don't know, like the perfect movie. So I feel like that's why I have like such a good connection with them, just because like they were like the first movies I've ever seen. But I really do like it. And then we have God's Not Dead. Okay, I love this movie. It's honestly so good. So we have this kid, and he's at college, and his professor is like, you have to write down God's Not Dead, because we're not gonna have that like that whole discussion in class. And of course, the guy's a Christian, and he's not gonna write that because, you know, like, it's not what he believes. So of course, the professor gets very upset, and Malin says, okay, now you have to try and prove God's existence, which makes no sense. He says, we're doing this so it doesn't cause it. So, basically, if he isn't able to prove God's existence, then he's going to fail the class. And then his girlfriend, his name is, I think it's Thomas Sweden, or something like that. His girlfriend is very annoying. And it also has the Newsboys. I love them. I feel like this movie is when I've gotten into Newsboys. And I really like the movie. I like all the different stories. Like the girl who has cancer, the Chinese guy, you know, who's like left like China to like come to America, who's like fighting with his religion. And then we have the one girl, I don't know her religion, I'm sorry, but she basically has a different religion, and she's into Christianity, and she's like struggling with that. Like, I really liked it. I love like the pastor and then his minister friend. I forgot their name. I can't remember if the guy's name is Dave or if the actor's name is Dave. But I love it. I love like the whole like problems with like trying to get the car started, and they're like, God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Like, I love this movie so much. Hope you enjoyed my video. Hope you guys enjoyed with this series. I just thought that'd be kind of cool to like do this, you know, like put all like all my movies into like an order. And I thought I was gonna do all of them, but I was like, doing all of them would take so long, so I put them into parts. So just, I don't know. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week.